My video for January the 24th, 2019 is video number 2975. And the title is Many Say Change is Up to Us. Another day passes that I cannot connect with my friend to record a video, despite yet another attempt to reach him. Oh well, I'll wait for him to get back to me. Like me, he is another one who has believed we would have supernatural help in resetting the world to bring in positive changes for humanity. Will we be disappointed yet again? Another friend sent me a 3-hour video by Mark Passio. I watched, listened for a while. I told my friend, quote, I just shut him off when he advised us to go back and listen to all 196 of his podcasts. What an ego trip he's on. I rarely go back and listen to my own videos, end quote. He obviously thinks he has something of value to share. From what I gathered, he is another one saying it's up to us to bring positive changes to the world. No one is going to step in and deliver us from evil. We created the mess, so it's up to us alone to get us out. This attitude neither inspires hope nor faith. On the contrary, it paints a very ominous picture for the future of humanity. While I realize we each must do our best and be our best, the task of changing the world is enormous. Dark forces are deeply entrenched. Once again, I am left with the feeling that I may have lived my life in vain. I keep trying very hard to reach out and help people and do the best I can to inspire people to bring about the changes within, because it's true. Change has to happen within us, or we won't even be able to recognize positive changes on the outside. We will just stay stuck. Once again, I got another request from elderly friends who do not have a car that have issues, and I need to help them today. And of course, recently, another friend told me of yet another elderly person whose children do not want this individual to drive because they consider it a hazard for her to be on the road behind the wheel of a car. So, I mean, I do try to help people, and I have friends that don't have their own vehicles, and I do try to help them. Sometimes it's overwhelming, especially on the day that the Social Security comes in, when people all of a sudden are receiving a little bit of money to be able to do some things. Now, I get mine on the fourth Wednesday of each month, my Social Security, and the people that ask me for help for later on in the day also get theirs at the same time. So we finally have a little bit of money coming in that enables us to do some of the things that need to get done, like get ourselves, and for the people that don't have cars, to get themselves groceries and food to eat and things like that. Anyway, folks, my point is, I'm not telling anyone not to help others. I think we should all be as involved as we possibly can in helping those that need our help, because there's always going to be, I guess, those that need a helping hand. And we should be willing to give that helping hand when we can and as much as we can. I think that's a given. So I'm not saying we should sit back and rest on our laurels and expect God or angels or some supernatural event to all of a sudden lift us out of the morass of the world that we obviously live in, the planet that we obviously live on. Many are painting very ominous pictures of our future. Many. They're not bringing any type of inspiration. I would like to be able to inspire you to say, yes, indeed, change is coming. We're going to have help. They're putting chemtrails in the sky and veiling our ability to see that extraterrestrial help is already here in mass, as some people claim. I certainly have no evidence of that, but yes, I've seen the reports, heard the testimonies of people that claim to be in the know. I used to think, as I've said, that I was somewhat in the know, but I really don't have firsthand information. Some of the things that I thought were divine help and divine inspiration for me, I now, in retrospect, question. And I believe it's important for us to question, but at the same time, it's also important for us to have some kind of foundation that we can build upon that gives us positive reinforcement, if you will, as we attempt to bring messages and to do the things that we can do, like helping others that are less fortunate than we are ourselves. I mean, that's important. I'm not minimizing any of that. It's important to do that. And it's also important to spend time in meditation and, yes, in prayer, and doing the inner work that needs to be done. It's not an either or proposition, as I keep on saying. It's a both and proposition. We need to both address the issues inside of us, face our shadow elements, face the fears that we have and the anxiety that arises as a result of those fears. And it's important, as we brought out in the discussion group yesterday, the coffee talk that I go to periodically, we discussed that we need to get angry, and anger at the situation that we're in is actually a step up above fear. It's moving more in the direction toward love and toward accessing the resources that are necessary to be accessed in order to bring the positive change we want to see in the world. Is it just up to us alone? That's the point. I'm not saying we should not be involved. Certainly, we need to be involved, personally and collectively. But at the same token, we need to be empowered and enriched to be able to bring about some of the things. Some of us are very, very limited in resources as they exist in our world. And yes, I know that's money, and money is fraud. I know the system was set up as fraud from the onset. And I'm hearing a very loud ringing in my ears right now, louder than normal as I'm bringing forth this video. And I'm taking some kind of medication that's supposed to stop the ringing in my ears. And it's almost finished with the prescription, and they offered a money-back guarantee, and I'm hoping they give it back, because if anything, the problem of the ringing in my ears is getting worse, and I'm hearing this loud right as I'm talking. I mean, it's almost drowning out my own voice. It's not, but it's very loud is what I'm saying. In any case, folks, I want all of us to be uplifted. I want us to be supercharged and infused with some power, some enrichment of ability that it enables us to not only elevate ourselves, but to help elevate those around us that are also, many of them, in dire straits. I know people that are leaving this world. My cousins that I talked about in recent videos. These are things that many of us are having to deal with, and I would like to see answers to prayer. I would like to see God respond to our cries for help. Will he? We'll have to wait and see, I guess, because what else can we do? Thank you for listening, and namaste.